Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today this was requested to do a Meet My Horses video, and that's what I'm going to be doing. So first off, this is CJ. Back up. He's very sweet. He's about 18 years old. He's a quarter horse paint. He's registered and all that kind of stuff. His birthday is April 26th, I think. And yeah, so he just turned 18 in April of this year. And yeah, he stands about 15'3", and he's kind of retired. He's not technically my horse, but we took him in as our horse now because we do pay for him and whatnot. Just his owner didn't have the money to take care of him right now, and it was a big hoorah, whatever. But yeah, I've had him for about a year. I got him last September, and he's been quite the nice boy. Whenever someone comes over, sometimes I give lessons. This is who I give lessons on. He does have some arthritis, but it's not very bad. In the summer, we give him a lot of joint supplements and stuff. He's quite the cuddle bug, as you can see. And he has one blue eye, which I think is this side right here. And yeah, but yeah, that's him. I would show you his two white socks in the back of his rear hind legs have two white socks. I would show them, but his stall is kind of dirty right now. So yeah, he was for sale. I think he was about $6,000 because he is retired. He was a all-around Western pleasure, something like that. But he did he's only Western, but I do ride him English sometimes. But yeah, I'm trying to get him into 18 inches or English pleasure or something for jumping or whatever, because, you know, I don't want him sitting out in the pasture doing nothing. So yeah, that's him. Yeah. So pretty much the story on him is I found an ad on Facebook that said this quarter horse paint was for sale for $6,000, and he was 17 at the time. So I was like, well, what am I gonna do to the 17-year-old? And then my dad tells me one night that we're getting a 17-year-old quarter horse paint, and I was like, oh, it must be him. And the funny thing is, the first time I showed on this horse named Jazz, and she was 16, 3 or something, and that was the very first time I went to a show. He was there, and I was like, I need him, and I was like 7, and then it just happens that now he's living at my barn. Pretty cool. But yeah, so that's CJ. Alright. And I didn't have time to tie Bodie because he is kind of a rascal sometimes, so I'm just gonna throw a halter around Bodie and hope for the best. And he's currently eating hay in the rollway because he's like that. And they're super dirty because I just took them out from the field. And yeah. So, but yeah. And so I'll take him into the little area here, into the stall. And CJ's butt is right there. It's amazing. Alright. Come here, you. Come here. Oh, that's really close to the camera. But, alright, so this is Bodie. As I get his halter on. He is about he stands currently at 14'2", so he's 4 inches off from being a horse, which is kind of cool. And yeah, he's called a large pony, but he does not like it when you call him that, so it's kind of funny. I fell in love with him when I think I was 9, something like that. But yeah, I've had him ever since. He is very cute. He's a bay with 2 white socks in his rear end of his hind legs. And CJ just stepped on something, I don't know. Or he knocked a table over. Oh. Anyway, so yeah, and he is my main show horse. Currently we're jumping about 3 feet 6 inches or something like that. That's the highest I've jumped with him. But yeah, I've known him for 5 years, but I've had him for 3 years at my barn. First year I rode him, and I just took lessons on him, and then I leased him for the second year I had him, and then the next year I had him, like I was still leasing him, was in March was the month that I bought him in. If that makes any sense. But yeah, he has been quite through a lot. Honestly, he was the one that taught me a lot. He used to be a freaking bucking bronc when I first got him here. I used to fall off a lot, but yeah. I remember I went to Skowhegan Fair. It was a huge fair, about a few hours from where I live. And I fell off, and I didn't want to ride him because I was getting him the next week at my house in my barn. I didn't want to ride him, so then I finally manned up and did it. And now I've fell in love with him ever since. He is currently, we think he's 11 years old. So he's 1 year younger than I am. And he's quite the spunky one. He is like a Welsh Cob, Arabian. I don't think he has much Welsh in him, but I think his ancestors had some Welsh Cob. Oh my gosh. And he's kind of a nosy one, but and he can be a cuddlebug sometimes. I am currently the only one that rides him, and he's currently the only one that he lets me, he doesn't let other people ride him. I don't know why. He was abused in his past years that people had him. As a yearling, this guy had him, he abused him, he didn't give him any food, water. So then he went up the road to my trainer's ex-boyfriend's house, and then, so he took a liking to him, and then he sold him to a farrier, and he's been through a lot. And now he's here, and he's going to stay here. And a lot of people ask me, are you willing to give lessons on him? No, I'm not willing to give lessons at all on him, even when I retire him. I don't think he wouldn't be a great prospect for lessons, just because he only lets me ride him. I remember this girl tried to get on him, and he bucked her off, so that was great. And then he doesn't like men either, so yeah. And he's just getting used to kids, like 3-year-olds and stuff just now because, like I said, he was abused, and kids used to rock sit him, I think, or something. And yeah, so he's quite cute, and he's my baby. And he can get his sassy moments, but it's easy to handle with them. But yeah, and we plan on showing downstate or like in Boston and stuff next year, so that'd be fun. So yeah, so that's my horses, and I might have to do an updated one because I do plan on getting another horse soon, I think. My parents are trying to hide it from me. I don't know, but yeah, I do plan on getting another horse, hopefully, pretty soon. Not in the early future here. But yeah, and I will not be retiring him. He's no way close to being retired at all. But yeah. So thank you guys for watching. If you guys want me to do a winter feeding barn tour thing, because we do change our barn up for the winter, I will do that. If you want me to do a saddle collection tour thing, whatever, I'll do that too. Just comment whatever you want. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Bye.